I'm Larry Marble from Down on the Farm Radio, and it's the 1245 edition of our program for Friday, the 24th day of September 2021. We appreciate you listening to us all over Down on the Farm country on one of our 14 Down on the Farm affiliate stations. Let's take a look at ag weather. We'll begin all the way up in San Angelo in the far northwestern corner, and we'll end up down on the Texas coast in the far southeastern corner. In the San Angelo area, Abilene 89, San Angelo 89. We're looking for 89 in Junction, 85 in Ozona, 87 in Sonora. As we look toward tonight's temperatures, we'll cool down mid-50s to 60s and a southeast wind 5 to 10 mile an hour. Neighbor, our rain chances pick up quite a bit this next week in consideration of what they are today. We'll be looking for about a 45% chance down by Junction, a 46 or 7% chance up by Abilene, and the farther east you go, the better chances of rain we will inherit this next week. A quarter inch to a half an inch is what they're anticipating. As we move further east through Down on the Farm country, neighbor will utilize the offices of the National Weather Service for the Austin, San Antonio area. Mostly sunny and warm. Looking for an 88 in San Antonio, 94 in Del Rio, an 88 in LaGrange, 88 in Cuero, and an 88 up in Llano. As we look at Saturday, we're looking for lows around 56 to 61, highs somewhere between, say, 87 and 92. So, neighbor, it's going to be a good couple of days across the majority of Down on the Farm country. Neighbor, it's time to head to the Texas Farm Bureau Radio News Desk. I believe today's feature is Texas News and Views. We'll see who's at the mic and what the topic is after this word from our sponsor, the Texas Farm Bureau Insurance Companies.
When we moved to Texas, we were like fish out of water. We didn't know anyone in our neighborhood until our Texas Farm Bureau insurance agent came to the house. She was so helpful and reassuring, a friendly face with that Texan hospitality I'd heard about. When we purchased a Texas Farm Bureau insurance policy, we knew we were making the right choice. We knew our family would be protected.
Visit Texas Farm Bureau Insurance today at tfbinsurance.com to find an insurance agent who's a true neighbor. Coverage and discounts are subject to qualifications and policy terms and may vary by situation.
The EPA says they will work with farmers. I'm Kerry Martin with Texas News and Views on the Texas Farm Bureau Radio Network. The Environmental Protection Agency is in the process of rewriting the Clean Water Protection Rule, which has gone under a couple of different names depending on who's in the White House. The Obama-era Waters of the U.S. rule was very controversial in ag circles and was struck down on more than one occasion by the courts. It was replaced by the Trump administration's Navigable Waters Protection Rule, which was more accepted by farmers and ranchers. Now, the Biden administration has decided to rewrite their own version. EPA Administrator Michael Regan says he's committed to working with farmers and ranchers on the rewrite.
So we are pledging to engage all of our stakeholders all across the country, be extremely transparent, learn the lessons of the past, and charge forward with a durable rule that provides certainty, that doesn't overburden or penalize the small farmer while protecting water quality and good drinking water. And I know we share that goal in common.
Reagan says they hope to have a preliminary rule out by November. Plains Cotton Cooperative Association members will be receiving year-end cash distributions.
Cotton farmers in Texas, Oklahoma, New Mexico, and Kansas, who are members of the Lubbock-based Plains Cotton Cooperative Association, will split nearly $9 million in cash dividends and more than $12 million in stock retirements this year. PCCA recently announced the further fiscal year-end distributions for grower owners at its 68th annual meeting. Kevin Brinkley, PCCA President and CEO, said the association understands it is necessary to accept an appropriate level of risk to make money for their farmers. He said the board challenged staff to develop recommendations that would create new marketing opportunities and establish risk tolerances. He said those risk tolerances provided PCCA the freedom to identify and act on opportunities to add value to its grower owners' cotton. PCCA is a Lubbock-based marketing cooperative owned by farmers in Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, and New Mexico. For the Texas Farm Bureau Radio Network, I'm Jessica Domel.
We've known all year long that sorghum acres here in Texas are going to be higher this year. The latest official numbers from USDA confirm that. Texas harvested sorghum acreage expected to be 1.83 million acres this year. That's 22% higher than 2020. As a result, production is also forecast to be higher. We're expecting to produce 121 million bushels of sorghum this year. That's up 28% from last year. Yield is expected to average 66 bushels an acre.
Texas Farm Bureau Insurance has protected fellow Texans with auto, home, health, and life insurance since 1952. With more than 260,000 square miles of land and 27 million people, that's a lot to cover. Whether you're wrangling cattle or wrangling kids, we're proud to protect Texans in all Texan ways of life.
Visit Texas Farm Bureau Insurance today at tfbinsurance.com to get insurance for Texans by Texans. Coverage and discounts are subject to qualifications and policy terms and may vary by situation.
I'm Kerry Martin on the Texas Farm Bureau Radio Network.
Neighbor Hop Singh says he's ready to serve lunch, so while he ladles the jalapeno gravy over just about everything, let's talk to that little country ball of fire, Madison Bexley. She and her crew own and operate Lockhart Livestock. They sell them every Thursday. Maddie, how in the world are you?
Good, Larry. What about you?
I'm doing very well, better than I deserve. What kind of sale did we have this week?
We had a pretty good run. We ended up with 1336 with 260 cows and 27 bulls, 194 sellers, and 81 buyers.
Young lady, let's walk the pens.
On the stocker cows, we had a pretty good active market this week. The good pairs were brought from 12 to 1,500. The mediocre and middle age from 9 to 1150. The good bred cows from 9 to 1350. Mediocre middle aged and shortbreds from 550 to 875. The longhorn and the plainer cows from 3 to 5 1/4. Packer cows and bulls would have been about steady with it a week ago. The good high yielding cows from 64 to 76. Medium yielding from 50 to 63. The low yielding and lightweight cows from 20 to 49. The good high yielding packer bulls from 87 to 93. The medium yielding from 80 to 86. Low yielding and lightweight bulls from 60 to 79. And on the calves and yearlings, the market was pretty much steady with a week ago, especially on the good quality cattle. So all in all, it was a great day.
Maddie, do you know of anything for next week?
And a guy called in, and either this coming week or the following week, I will post on Facebook and let you know. But he has a sellout of some Zebu cattle, and it's going to be cows, pairs, breds, bulls, all of it. They're supposed to be about 35 head. So anyway, if you're in the market for a Zebu, he might have them. But you can always check us out on Facebook, or you can call the barn at 512-398-3476. My cell phone at 979-540-9793. Or you can ring Bubba at 512-461-6091.
I wonder what would happen if we crossed one of those Oreo cows with a Zebu bull.
You can buy you a herd and try it out, Larry. I know just the spot.
You know just the spot? Lockhart
I do.
Livestock. We appreciate you, Madison.
Thank you.
McCoys.com. McCoy's Building Supply. Still family owned. Strong, growing, and relevant for our ag community. Farm and ranch panels and gates. Field fencing. Welded wire panels. Barbed wire and electric fencing. Shop online and find products and the store near you at McCoys.com. Neighbor, the cowboy crew's finished eating lunch, so let's send him over to Lexington to help Russell Heller prepare for tomorrow's sale. Russell, put him to work, but send him home tonight. I got to gather tomorrow. Tell us how that sale's going to go tomorrow.
Yes, sir. I know 2 or 3 sets of calves, anywhere from 15 to probably 30 head apiece so far.
What's the buyer's mood been like as you talk to him this week?
Yes, sir. Everybody's wanting to buy a few. The cattle are a little cheaper this week, but they're still buying them.
And the cattlemen feel pretty confident?
Yes, sir.
We'll send some buyers and sellers your way to Lexington Livestock for the sale on Saturday. Russell, tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
Yes, sir. You get me on my cell, and that number is 979-820-7002.
Neighbor, let's take a look at the grains courtesy of John Tuggle, Tuggle & Company, Corpus. Number 2 Milo delivered to Corpus in September. D's plus 85, $10.97. Houston, D's plus $1, $11.24. Progresso, $10.60. Yellow corn to Corpus in September. D's plus 85, $6.14 and a quarter. Houston, D's plus 45, $5.74 and a quarter. And Progresso, $11.70. Hard red winter wheat to Houston in September. D's plus 70, $7.90. And number 1 beans to Houston, September, October delivery. November less 20, $12.64. Neighbor, let's take a look at Texas cotton and see what we might have sold, courtesy of the USDA. 822 bales as opposed to the 1,476 yesterday. Those 822 bales brought from 89.96 to 93.06, and they were all East Texas, Oklahoma. Neighbor, that's it for Down on the Farm. I'm Larry Marble. Go out and make it a grand Friday and a wonderful weekend.